Well, I attempted to run the fuel line up the driver's side because that's the side the fuel pump is on, but there's not enough header clearance, and steering shaft is in the way, and control arms are in the way, and so I just went back to the stock passenger side routing location up and underneath the engine block. See if I can get through here, show you what I've got so far. So, here we go, here's a better view. Okay, so there we go, coming out of the Rob MC pickup, we have our braided line. And I made sure not to touch the ceiling. I didn't want any rubbing. Not to touch the body, I mean, the ceiling. And I routed it in the stock location. We can see there's one of the stock mounting clips. Then I've run it down. There's one of the stock mounting clips. There we go. We can see it comes around. Now, right when we get over to here, the subframe connector bolts were coming through. So I just put a piece of hose around it. I cut the hose so I could snug it up with zip ties. And, you know, not that it's going to rub. This isn't moving. I mean, this is in place. It's not going anywhere. But I don't like that bolt touching the braided line. Little OCD for you. So, didn't want to bend it too much up through here. The stock line goes up. It follows that path there. So I just bent it a little bit, just so it would clear anything, any debris or anything on the road. Alright, let's see if I can get out of here. So then, I ran it in the stock location, bolted it there, and came along up the... Now right here in a stock Trans Am, the hard line stops, and there's a rubber line that connects to a hard line that is then bolted right here to the subframe, but I've got a subframe connector. But what I'm going to do is cut the line right about here, install my Rob MC fuel filter right here, drill a hole in the frame. Actually, I could probably just run it without having to drill another hole. That was a hole for mounting the fuel lines, original ones. So I'll use a large clamp to mount the fuel filter there, cut the line here and attach it to the back of the fuel filter. And then it runs up in the stock location. Well, I guess that's up the frame rail, and I'll secure that. So next, this was the only area of the car where there was header clearance. Hence, that's why Pontiac, I guess, ran them on this side of the car. So, when this is actually, there we go, it'll be bolted down. You can see right there see that hole right there next to the line, the hole in the chassis? That was the stock mounting location. So, I'm going to just run it right there. And then tuck it up against the frame here. There we go, behind the brake line. Just like that. That's exactly how Pontiac ran it. Now these are Thermaltech coated headers, so I expect them to run, I don't expect them, they will run, you know, 400 or 500 degrees cooler. So that's a good thing, because I have a brake and a fuel line right there. But The only thing that concerns me is that brake line. Look how close that is to the header. That's the stock location. That's where the brake line runs. So we'll see what happens. And the line will actually come out from underneath the oil pan right here. And that's where the pump is. The pump will go right there. So that's the stock route. You can see over here, there's no running a fuel line anywhere in here, mainly because of the drive shaft. I'm sorry, not the drive shaft, the steering shaft, steering column, whatever you want to call it. And again, my brake line is awfully close to the header, right in there. I mean, that is close. But that's the stock location, stock routing location. Anyway, today has been an experience routing that fuel line, trying to figure out where to run it. But all else fails, do it how the Pontiac engineers did it. Thanks for watching.